to the teens, with your face-to-face interactions that you have, be it at Friends at Home or holiday events, teen programs, you are giving life, as I hear so often from the feedback, that you are getting much in return. Please join me in welcoming our next speaker, a distinguished volunteer who is a graduating senior at Glenbrook South High School and a Friendship Circle Fellowship Award recipient, Anna Fookson.
Hi, I'm Anna, and I've been a Friendship Circle volunteer for a little over a year now. First off, I want to start out by saying how honored I am to be receiving a fellowship award with some of my fellow volunteers tonight. Participating in Friendship Circle has been such an amazing part of my life, and it has impacted me immensely in my final year of high school. Through Friendship Circle, I've gotten the opportunity to meet a remarkable woman named Marissa Zellinger. I've grown so much as a person after spending time with her. She has taught me the meaning of perseverance and how to overcome life's many obstacles so that you can reach your full potential. Despite her inability to communicate verbally, Marissa has always found a way to express herself, whether that be through her amazing art or through her contagious laughter. Because of this, I have also learned what it is like to be in an unconventional relationship. Although it was tricky at first, I soon started to understand Marissa more and more through this nonverbal communication, and eventually a strong friendship formed. Marissa made even the simplest activities, like going for a walk around the neighborhood, exciting. We did, however, enjoy fun outings like going to a musical and many holiday parties throughout the year. Thanks to Marissa, I've been inspired to major in special education next year at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Hopefully one day I can inspire other children with disabilities to go beyond what society expects of them and reach their full potential like Marissa has done and continues to do. And in my years as an educator, I will never forget my roots within Friendship Circle that have sent me down such an amazing path in my life. Thank you.
As most of you know, the Friendship Circle accomplishes its mission thanks in large part to the selfless dedication of our teenage volunteers. Those who participate in Friends at Home and Talmud Torah generally do so on a weekly basis, carving time out of their busy schedules to provide friendship and support to children and young adults with disabilities. They join in our holiday celebrations and lead teams at our Walk for Friendship. We are incredibly grateful for their hard work, and all of our volunteers deserve a round of applause. Tonight, we have the distinct honor of recognizing those volunteers who went above and beyond. Our fellowship awardees not only logged 36 hours of service during this school year, but they also attended a volunteer workshop wherein they continued their special needs education and they composed an essay on what Friendship Circle means to me. Some of their words can be seen in your program. They speak of the love they feel for their buddy, the lessons they've learned on inclusion, and without exception, how they have been transformed for the better by their experience. When we give to others, we become better versions of ourselves. And to hear our young people espousing this gives us hope for a kinder future. Please welcome Basi Moskowitz, who will be presenting the Fellowship Awards.
Shayna Amar, Zelda Amar, Augie Averbach, Panina Bayever, Anna Fookson, Shayna Grossman, Golda Cantor, Etty Moskowitz, Aaron Peskin, and Hannah Carol Barnett.
Good evening. I'm here to speak about success. And what I've come to realize throughout my life in order to succeed at anything, you have to be able to overcome the challenges that get in your way. I have been faced with many challenges throughout my life, but I have never let it stop me from succeeding. And I'm here tonight to share my story. And I believe that my story will serve as an inspiration to you. An inspiration for you to overcome the challenges that you face. You see, when I was born, the doctor who brought me in the world, he came out and he said this to my parents. You have a son, but there's something different with his legs, and I'm not sure exactly what. His legs are so small, I don't believe your son will ever be able to walk. His legs are so small, I think it's going to be difficult for him to do just about anything. And I think what would be best is you take your son and you put him away in an institution and you forget about him. That doctor looked at me and made a decision based on one thing and only one thing, and that was my body. Never thinking or taking into account my spirit, my soul, what's in each of us that makes us who we are, gives us our personality. So they got on the phone and they called in another doctor. And he examined me, and after the exam, listen to what he said. Lloyd's legs, they are different. In all my years of medicine, I've never seen anything like this. But the disability which affects his legs doesn't affect his brain. And I believe that Lloyd will figure out how to do things his own way. And he's going to do things differently than the way other children will do them, but he will find ways that work for him. And I think you should bring Lloyd home and give him a chance. Give him a chance. Thank goodness my parents listened to him. And they brought me home and tried to raise me no differently than they had raised my older sister. I wear artificial limbs, prosthesis, fake legs. There was another dream maker at my school, and it was a teacher. And believe it or not, it was the PE teacher. Well, he encouraged me to do sports. It would have been so much easier for him to just sit me off on the side and have me watch everybody, but no, he didn't. He insisted that I would go play. So I played baseball, basketball, football, volleyball, soccer, and I even ran track. And not only did I do all of these sports with and against my able-bodied classmates, I did them fairly well. And at a very young age, I learned that I could overcome my disability. I could overcome my obstacle in life by doing sports. And that was good for me because it helped me to feel good about who I was, which built up my self-esteem. So, what you see, as small as they are, my real legs sit within my artificial limbs. And this gives me control when I walk. I can walk nice and slow like I have been, and I could stop on a dime. And I could also speed it up and walk faster because I have total control. From the youngest time that I could remember, I always felt that God put me in this body for a reason, created in the image of God.